Folks, throughout the history of Yu-Gi-Oh, there have been many tier lists made, ranking the best decks in all sorts of formats. But you know what I think? I think that shit's overdone, and furthermore, it's not what really matters. No. The most important thing in Yu-Gi-Oh is how sexy the monsters are, and what is the sexiest type of monster, if not the fish guys. So I am
Any
here today with my good friend RJ the Jank Monarch, who I just rudely interrupted, to judge the worth of these fish guys and let you know which ones are the most kissable. What's up, RJ?
Anybody who has played Legend of Zelda or watched Disney Channel in like 2002 knows that fish guys are truly the sexiest of guys.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, this entire thing happened because I was replaying Breath of the Wild and I was thinking about Prince Sidon. So,
Who's not thinking of Prince Sidon?
truly, truly. Well, we have many fish to get through, so I am ready to get started.
Okay, I'm ready. We got fish to fry.
We do. So for the sake of seeing high quality art, I've got these arranged alphabetically to go through. And we are going to start off with a man who is technically not a fish guy, because it's a whale guy, but like aquatic creature guys isn't as snappy a term. So, Abyss Soldier, what are your opening thoughts?
Um, I'm a little wigged out by the shoulder pads, and this is definitely like one of those situations where if you were to take any individual part of this person, I probably wouldn't think they were particularly attractive, except for that one leg. Like his calf is gorgeous, right? It's like
Oh,
a
it kind
fine
of
shade of
is.
purple, nicely sculpted. He's got like a fishnet and gold anklet. Got a really cool thing going on. But with that exception, the very strong arms and nice hands. Like normally I think you wouldn't think that these like parts put together would make an attractive fish guy, but I'm pretty into him.
Really interesting. Yeah, I think I definitely don't hate Abyss Soldier, right? I don't think I'd put him super, super low. It's really the face that's throwing me off, you know? Like, this guy just looks angry. Just does not look happy to be here. I'm not feeling accepted and encouraged and welcomed, you know?
I can see that. I also see a guy who's just like got a little bit of resting bitch face and is very serious about his job. Uh and maybe he smiles more after work, when he's just with with the friends, with the crew. But I also can understand that a person with that attitude while they're in their normal everyday life is not somebody you would want to fraternize with.
Right? It's the one other thing I cannot stop looking at is just the abs, but with a whale tummy running through the middle of it. Just two
That's
completely
true.
separate things fused together haphazardly. Like,
It is a deeply unsettling effect. I'll give it that. Uh I'm feeling a maybe on Abyss Soldier.
yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too. Oh, yeah, I didn't go
Okay.
over the tiers, but here they are, chat. You can read them for yourself. Yeah. I think might for sure. I'm not confident enough to say that I would, but like, he's not bad. He's not bad.
I can see a circumstance like it's been a great party. We've been chilling on the couch and talking together. He's relaxed, he's let his guard down, like things are vibing. I could see the scenario occurring.
Exactly. Exactly. I think I'm pretty much in the same boat. All right. And with that, we are one down, 40 to go, I think. I don't remember how many guys are on here. We are gonna dive into the abyss once again with Abyss Warrior. There's a lot going on with this guy.
This guy looks like Abyss Soldier, but he's like a good time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this guy looks happy to be here, you know? Like, look at those scars. Look at that face. You know he's got interesting stories to tell, right?
Yeah, like he's a guy who's like really been through shit and he's come out the other side with a great appreciation for life. And he's holding those weapons. He's not even like holding those like weapons. He's holding them like maracas. The dude looks like he's throwing down a beat.
My God, he really does. The vibes here are immaculate. I like the fact that he has regular ass abs. I mean, he doesn't really have abs, but he has a regular stomach. That's an upgrade. I love the fact that these weird fins around his chest make it look like he's wearing a vest. That's pretty classy.
Pretty cool. I do have to point out that June the Queen has said in chat he already has 2 fingers prepared.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Although I would not call those fingers prepared. The man needs to find himself a nail file. But overall, yeah,
Oh my
I'm
God.
digging the vibes from him.
Let me tell you, it is a good thing my channel's not monetized, so I don't need to worry about keeping ad revenue. But no, I do agree. This guy is good. I'm a big fan of this one. Well, I think we're both pretty positive on this. But are we going wood, or are we for like a wooga about this one?
I'm not sure. So there are I have previewed some of the monsters on this list, and I for sure have seen a couple of them and immediately had the Awuga reaction. And I did not have that with Abyss Warrior, but I definitely would.
I can agree. I can agree. He's not, perfectly my type, but like I would happily hang out with this guy, and if things got spicy, all the better.
For sure.
All right. For number 3, we have one of the few explicitly female cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's like part fish, but isn't just a lady in a fish costume. Folks, it is Aqua actress Arowana. And wow, does she have some stuff going on here? Look at that style.
She's definitely styling. She clearly puts a lot of thought into her makeup, but not in a way that's like she's trying to, trying to follow the perfect exact trends the way that the internet tells you to be. She's clearly like chosen a color palette that she really likes between the like bright green to match her eyes and the purple eyeshadow. So I'm really digging that she has her own thing going on. Uh isn't afraid to be a little bit flamboyant, which I like in a person. And she's got some sultry eyes too.
He really does. Oh my god. Uh, Also, Krevening, thank you for the follow. I don't know why this has earned it, but thanks, I guess. Um, yeah. I'm a big fan of Arowana. She's got like a pleasing color palette. She really knows how to accessorize to like accent her scales. She has what appears to be a frog-shaped ring, which is just incredible,
Amazing.
just fantastic. I don't even know how you wear a ring when you have fins, but she's managing it.
Here's my hot take. They're not rings, they're like ear piercings,
Oh, it's like an
but
ear
for her
piercing.
fins. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Technology really is incredible.
My one concern that I'm going to run into with a few of these is I'm not really sure how things would work mechanically, but I'm sure
Hey,
we could figure something out. I'm sure we
listen, these
could
are
and would.
details, I'm not bothered about details. I'm just here to do what my heart tells me.
I wish I came up with says she is definitely a fin dom.
Oh, God. Oh, God, she definitely is. Fish
She is,
mommy. So
for
wait,
sure.
that is a good question, Amber. What is she holding in her right hand here? What is this?
It's a fan, isn't it?
Oh, is it like a closed up fan?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like
Okay.
she's like a burlesque performer, right? So that's one of those. I don't know why it isn't like freely and feathery, but it's like one of the, it's like they use in burlesque performances.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I am liking everything I'm seeing here. How high we going with arowana?
You know, now that I think about the fact that she's leaning on her stool and like the implications of what is planned with that, I'm definitely in the Awuga camp for her. She
Honestly,
knows what she wants and she is gonna get it.
I want what she wants too. Let me fucking tell you. Oh, baby. Right, and after her, we have someone who looks, why are you doing this? Google Sheets.
Oh,
We got
is this
someone who
the
looks a bit different.
the card that ruins DB searches the world over? I saw this on the list and I was like, the hell is Armageddon Knight doing on on the fish guy list? No, Armanite is the name of this card. It is legitimately just Armanite. Uh there's there's quite a bit to unpack with this guy, right?
It's just so much. I don't even know where to start.
Like at first you think like he's got to just be like a nautilus or like a hermit crab, like everything is inside that shell. But then if you look at it, because he's got that mustache, you kind of think he's got like, first of all, the mustache, impeccable. The mustache is phenomenal.
Just
But
incredible.
also that kind of makes you think about like the shape of him, right? Because you can also see these two like glowy eyes behind his helmet. And that makes the shell look like a helmet, right? And he's got shoulder pads, which tells me there's like actually guy behind there.
Eh,
Very interesting things to consider.
Yeah, I guess he's some kind of like squid guy wearing like a mollusk hat, which he appears to have also put on his shield. Like, does he just really like snails, or like what's going on with that?
That's a great maybe he like fights for the snail kingdom. Like he is a knight. He is a knight, we know this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so that's just his sigil, right? And then he's just like a Cthulhu dude behind all of that. I don't know. The mustache is giving me good vibes.
It really, like the mustache is what's holding this all together, for sure.
If it weren't for the mustache, I would definitely think this that Armonite is a little too on the fish side of fish guy. But like, I mean, what them tentacles do?
I mean, what them tentacles do. Also, it does occur to me that this is a vanilla, but I do want to tab back over here quick, just in case the flavor text gives us anything. But it looks like it's not going to. An
Hmm.
Ammonite warrior that has protected the seas throughout history. Wait. So,
So he's old, but
yeah.
maybe in like a powerful immortal way and not like an old guy way.
I was gonna say, throughout history implies this guy's like old. Like, this guy's been here since the dawn of time. He was the first thing Poseidon created after the ocean itself. That is interesting.
Hmm.
Hmm.
This is a mysterious one. Armonite truly has facets to him. Uh and that gives me pause in a way I did not expect to have in this
Yeah, no, it's strange. I think, I came into this one being like, all right, it's fucking Ammonite. We're gonna put him in one of the low categories and move on. I don't know that I've shifted my opinion on where he goes on the tier list, but I think I have shifted to like, I want to sit down and chat with this guy. I want to know his story, but I don't think I want to fuck him, you know?
Yeah, I want to know his story, but I don't want that story to include like us going to town.
That's what I'm thinking. So, like, do you think he goes in wouldn't here? Because I think you
I
is too
agree.
mean. The vibes are good, but I
Yep,
just can't get down and dirty with this little fella.
true.
All right, next up on the list. Oh, now this is gonna be an interesting one. Armed Sea Hunter. There is
Hmm.
like multiple animals going on here. Oh, what are
I'm
these?
getting
Go
yeah,
ahead.
he's chiseled, but I'm getting like mad bad vibes from this guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about him throwing me off, right? Like, it's just a bunch of little details that I don't like. Like, he's all abs and just has like ventilation shafts in between each set of abs. He has
Yeah,
claws on his shoulders. What do those even do? Are those shoulder pads? Are those part of him?
I
Who
hadn't even
knows?
noticed those until you pointed them out
I don't.
right now.
He has an incredibly impractical turtle shell that's just protecting his ass.
Man, born with a chastity belt. Which raises interesting thoughts about him. He kind of looks like he's like a roided out super soldier kind of type, right?
Honestly, that's
Like
true.
I don't I don't trust that this guy is like fully capable of understanding consent enough for me to feel safe with it.
Uh, I get the vibe from this guy of a guy who like, like this guy fucks, but like he's not like in like, a fun, wholesome way, It's like he's all one night stands. He's all getting drunk at the ocean bar and like making some bad decisions. Like, I just don't see it.
Yeah, and people like treat him like a challenge, like they want him on their list, but afterward they're always like, he's on my list now." But like wasn't great time. Oh, she's a pickup artist. Uh Eldritch Zoe coming in with a couple of uh perfect insights on this guy. It says this man is capable of sex, but should he have sex? Like he fucks, but should he?
I Yeah, see, it's a tough call, right? Because on some level he is hot, but like also he sucks.
Yeah. I think I gotta put him on wouldn't, but like
Mm-hmm.
at a respective distance below Armanite.
I can agree with that. I'll put him in here, and as we add more down here, I'll be sure to separate them so we know they are not the same. Cool. So with that piece of shit out of my sight, it's time to get into a bunch of friends. There are a bunch of Atlantean fish guys, and you bet your ass we're doing all of them. Starting with
The
Atlantean
Atlanteans are
Attack
my
Squad.
homos.
I mean, maybe, you don't know.
Homies. They're my homies. I like mermaids, but we may discover over the course of this conversation. Uh
I mean, I think we've discovered it already. You declared it, and it is so. The Atlanteans have officially been declared homosexual.
that being said, let's talk about this particular one.
Mm-hmm,
What are
mm-hmm.
you feeling?
I'm looking at this guy's face. And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna be real with you.
I can't tell if this guy would be like a really wholesome lover or if he's like creepy stalker status. You feel me? It's got to be one of the two.
Because I'm thinking he's, part of the attack squad, right?
Mhm.
They're always charging in, going straight ahead. Right? So there's some confidence here. But I don't know. It's the faith. It's throwing me off. I don't trust
Maybe
those
he's
eyes.
that is fair. He looks a little bit. It looks a little bit like there's kind of nothing going on behind those. Like his time as a soldier has really taken away from him something he can never get back. Uh, yeah, definitely weird vibes from him.
I don't know. It's a tough one, right? Like, I will say, I know it's presumably just an army uniform. I do like the outfit. I do like the shield. It
For
works
sure.
well. But that's probably not even their choice. That's just the default army uniform. They might not even know how to dress this stylish.
Yeah, like I want to meet their stylist. I want to meet whoever designed these uniforms, but I'm not sure I can give them the credit for it.
Exactly. Exactly. Hmm. I don't know. I'm almost ready to put this guy down in ew. I don't know.
Just for the creepy vibes. Like with our previous dude, like there was an argument in favor of going there, even if you're not sure you should. This guy, not sure I should, and I don't think I have a good argument for doing so.
I would agree. Sorry, Atlantean Attack Squad, you officially have been demoted to unfuckable. But
Truly.
there are some Atlanteans that require more consideration, such as dragoons.
So the first thing I think about dragoons is I have never looked at the dudes on the dragoons on those seahorse guys properly before. I don't think I have ever taken a second to look at their faces until literally right now.
Legitimately, looking up cards in order to find fish guys for this tier list, I was struck by just how every part of this art surprises me. Like it's just regular ass guys mostly back there on the most hideous mounts I've ever seen.
It's
Like,
true, they are not attractive.
and to be clear, we are rating the guys. Right? The seahorses, those are
Mhm.
just fish. And thank God for
Yes.
that, because they are horrible.
They are truly horrifying. I think one of the questions we have to consider here is like, does this mean does the fact that these guys were assigned to be dragoons mean they're good with animals? Or
Hmm.
are these like seahorses? Is this like one of those military situations where like those seahorses are like broken? Like they have no personality, they just follow orders. Some of the I feel like I look at their faces and I'm like, this person probably has a pretty good relationship with their mount. What do you think?
Hmm. I think so, yeah. Like, it's kind of hard to tell because no one really looks happy to be here, but also I think they just kind of look like that. So, with that in mind, I do get good vibes from the, seahorse rider relationship here.
And I feel like they've got like a good crew going, right? Like there are some of these monsters where if you saw multiple of them together, you'd be getting like scary frat guys vibes from them. I feel like these dudes are more like uh I don't know if you've watched Mob Psycho, the Body Improvement Club. They're just a bunch of guys
Love
who are
those
together and
boys.
are very into one thing that they do.
I see the comparison. This does just look like two bros who are rolling up like they found you lost somewhere deep under the sea and they're like, hey, where you trying to go? You
Are
know?
you are you implying that they're like emergency medical professionals or like like firemen of the ocean? Is
No,
that what's
I
going
hadn't
on
been
here?
trying to. I was assuming they were just out on patrol. Wait, also, I'm thinking about the phrase firemen of the ocean. So give me a sec. I don't know. I just feel like, for whatever reason, these two would probably be out and about, and they'd find someone in need, and they'd probably pull over and help,
There's definitely like I'm glad that you're not monetized on this. There's definitely a spit roasting fantasy to be had here.
Jesus fucking Christ. Am I even gonna be able to upload this? Is YouTube gonna kill me? Hopefully they won't notice. That's my only hope. Oh my god.
Okay, here's the YouTube friendly version. I feel like I could see myself like enjoying time with both of these guys at the same time. There are romance novels written about this dynamic.
Somehow that sounds even less appropriate. We gotta move off this call, man. We gotta keep moving. Where are we fucking putting them? Somewhere high up for sure.
I think this is a wood.
Alright, alright.
I had to like I had to like talk myself into it a little bit.
That sounds good to me, yeah. It wasn't instant enough, you know? We didn't know right off the bat. And I have bad news for you. That might be the only Atlantean that gets a high rating, because
Oh
heavy infantry here
no!
just not looking good. Just
Heavy
not.
infantry is worse than pikemen, right? Or not pikemen, the other dude. Whatever the whatever the attack squad. Those guys. This guy's worse.
No, that
Like this guy is even more brainwashed than the attack squad is.
like there's just so much going on here. Like, look at these eyes, nothing going on behind them, no brain. This outfit, by the way, the other guy had good taste in fashion. This guy, what the fuck is going on? We have a
It's
mouth on the
terrifying.
stomach with eyes that also look like nipples. We have a hideous fucking shield that's two halves of a face. And we have a cock mouth. What the fuck?
This guy is like a cartoon henchman to a BDSM villain who just constantly says, "You got it, boss."
That's
Like
the
that's who
only thing
this
he
dude
knows
is.
how to say. What is it? Like, you'd be like trying to flirt with this guy, you know? You'd be trying to like get down and dirty. And he just like, you're just, you got it, boss, you. Like, that's the only way he knows how to flirt.
There are a lot of titles I will accept in the bedroom. "You got it, boss" is not one of them.
I don't even want to keep looking at this guy. This is the easiest you of my life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Holy fuck, this guy makes Attack Squad look like, Arowana.
Real.
Real. Surely Atlantean marksmen will be better. Surely.
No, okay. It's weird to say. This marksman looks like the guy who is most aware of his surroundings of anybody, like in the Atlanteans that are not dragoons, in the super fishy Atlanteans. Do you feel me here?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, this guy is thinking. It may not be good, right? Because they are in the army, they seem pretty into this. They may be like a fanatic Atlantean patriot or something. But at least there's something in that brain.
Oh God. Does that make it worse?
I don't know, like,
Right? Like the Atlanteans are notoriously warlike the in the lore. And like if you're in that because you've been brainwashed, like attack squad and infantry obviously have, like that's bad. But if you choose that life, hmm.
mm, yeah, because like at first I was down to like maybe move Attack Squad up to, a nice polite wouldn't. But if we're thinking about it from that angle, this guy might be even worse somehow.
Like those other guys were just soldiers because they got like signed up by the army recruits in high school. No, these guys are like straight up chuds.
Their comparatively beautiful appearance hides the deep darkness in their soul. Oh my god. Yeah, I think this one's gotta be an ew also.
I think so too.
I was so ready to upgrade, but unfortunately, we're too deep in it. Only one more Atlantean left. Surely this one. Surely pikemen. There's gotta be something here for us. Uh,
Pikeman just looks like the grizzled captain of the squad. This guy looks like he's been this is the guy who yells at them and calls them maggots, right?
honestly, I will say, the one thing I'm getting out of pikemen here that I wasn't getting from the other ones is there is some thigh action going on here. Look
That's
at
true.
them. These are beefy.
That is certainly something worth looking at, but like I don't think I could trust those around me. Like there are super beefy thighs where I'm like, "Ah, yeah, murder me." These are beefy thighs where I'm like, "Oh, he's going to murder me."
That is a good point. And it's also, I feel like the issue with the thighs, even if we're just focusing on looks, is that your legs aren't just thigh, right? And those calves and feet are just throwing me off. It's like a little bit too humanoid for how fishy they are.
Yeah, like that's an angle we haven't really considered here is that these guys are Atlanteans and therefore maybe like super hot to other Atlanteans. Like maybe this is like a human hegemonic gaze on the Atlanteans. But like I don't fucking care. These guys are whoo.
They're not good. They're all just soldiers who are trying to kill you. And none of them have a good face. Their faces just do not work. Do we want to just cut our losses and make you the Atlantean party? Is that the play?
It really is. There is one hot Atlantean, and that is Neptibus, and unfortunately, Neptibus does not qualify on account of being too guy to be a fish guy.
Truly. Dragoon having to carry the team here. Fortunately, we can finally move on to bigger and better things, such as this fucking dude, Bahamut Shark. This guy has the weirdest fucking proportions I've seen in my life.
That's true. His forearms are like the size of his neck, which is the size of his thighs.
Like, on a side, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing.
I'm also digging. He's got a sleek look to him. He's like muscled, but not in like a too ripped type of way. His color scheme is fantastic. I really dig the white and light blue. Uh, yeah,
Also interesting to note, he does seem to have a built-in cod piece. Like, which is like a little weird, but like, I mean, listen, you got to imagine if whatever kind of being this person is had to evolve that, they gotta have something real interesting under there.
true, true. You got me there. Uh, I don't know. I'm pretty into Bahamut Shark. There's a little bit of a line we're teetering with Bahamut Shark of like, is this just a fish with legs? But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. You know, the heart
No,
wants what it wants.
for sure. The Hermit Shark looks great. Looks like they would give fantastic hugs as long as you can avoid getting stabbed by the codpiece. I don't know. I am a fan. I am definitely a fan. But I don't think I'm a woo god. I don't think I'm woof woofing.
That's a fair point. Like he looks great, and that's my first thought with him.
Hmm.
But you also he's got kind of the opposite thing going on as the other woods where you talk yourself into it. I kind of have to talk myself out with Bahamut Shark. So I think I'd put it in wood tier.
Cat seems to be pro awooga, but fortunately for us, you aren't making the tier list. Fuckers. Leave this shit to the experts. All right, Bahamut down. On to the next one we go. Oh, chat's sad. I'm sorry I yelled at you, chat. I love you very much. I will respect your opinions about Deep Sea Warrior here. I promise.
I feel like Deep Sea Warrior is an easy wood for me.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
look at this person and say a wooga. They don't have a face evident, which is very important to me. But they've got style. You know, they've got like they're like properly proportioned for a human, which is an unusual trait on this list. Got nice hands. You
Mm-hmm.
know, looks like those scales are smooth. This is an easy wood for me.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Scales are nice. The fact that the head seems to have no scales and be perfectly smooth is throwing me off a little, but you know, is what it is. Style is good, really works for them. Give me a minute to ban this bot who showed up in chat to offer a promotion of my channel. Bam. I don't know, this one's a pretty quick and easy one. Like, they're almost too much guy for the list, but I think the scales make them fish enough to qualify. And given that
I
they're a fish
agree.
guy, I would.
Agreed. I'd see this person at a party and I'd want to dance.
That's totally Yama. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the scales are real. I believe this in my heart of hearts. Next up, we have the first of another very fishy archetype, Evergifty Soul Ogre. They have chicken feet? They kinda have chicken feet.
Oh, I hadn't considered with Soul Ogre until literally right now. I'm also thrown off by the fact that Soul Ogre's hands are all webbing except for the claws.
It's
There are a
kind of
lot of
weird.
problems that presents.
Like, there are actual fingers here. These are human hands. It's just also webbing and claws? It's really strange.
Also, I don't know why I get this vibes from him. He looks like he's about 20 feet tall to me.
It's hard to get perspective, because there do seem to be buildings in the background, but they're pretty far away. Or it could just be like a low camera angle. You know, maybe they're just like shooting from a low angle to like look bigger for like a Tinder pic or something.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I respect the style. I don't think that Soul Ogre is unattractive. I just don't think I would.
Yeah, it's like the vibe I'm getting from this individual is that like I'm kind of scared and I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I am intrigued. You know,
I think
like
yeah. Like I think Soul Ogre would definitely get it with the other like fish ogres of the Gishki clan. I feel like Soul Ogre would be to so to speak swimming in it, but not with me.
yeah, I don't know, like man. Think I definitely don't want to go into either of the bad categories. I definitely don't think they deserve that. I just don't know. I just feel too intimidated to commit to a would. Like they might have to be a might for me.
I can respect that for sure.
Any objections? Or are you good with being
I
ambivalent?
I can't object to that. That is a fair ruling.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And with that, moving on to the one and only Gemini monster on this list. Folks, it's Gemini Lancer.
Oh, God, that face.
It's a face and a half, for sure. They also have what appears to be just like actual normal hair. It feels a bit odd for a sea creature.
Got like a horse mane going on.
My lord.
Hmm. I will say, for whatever reason, this face doesn't give me like a visceral flight or fight reaction like the Atlanteans do. And the rest of him does seem pretty like I mean, covered in armor, which doesn't help my understanding of the situation, but like overall normal. Like I could see this guy being like a lancer because he's just like really enthusiastic about his Ren fair.
Yeah, it's just. But I cannot get past this face, right? It's like you took just like a human guy, put him in the water, and then decapitated them slapped on like a horse neck and like a printout of an anti-Semitic goblin from the 80s. Like, I don't know, the vibes are fucking weird with this guy.
That's true. If you took away like the fairly attractive human body and the lovely ambiance of the ocean, this guy would be a walking jump scare.
I don't, listen, if I was ever gonna do anything with this guy, I would need to be blindfolded. And that's a bad sign. Like, I could not look at this face the entire time.
This guy is like the ultimate example of a butterface.
My Lord. Also, yeah, what is going on with this leg armor? That's a good question, Jess. Is it just like a shitty, ratty loincloth and then like knee pads? Are they just
That's what
like
I'm
naked below
guessing.
the waist, basically?
Probably. There are those like stripes on his right leg. Is that like a garter belt?
Over here?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's just the straps for the knee pad.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm not a fan of this guy.
I definitely put him in the wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not quite Atlantean tier of you, right? Like the body, you know, is fine, but that face, cat call looking face, Leviathulu said, you know what? I'd believe that. This individual would make disparaging remarks about women on the subway.
True.
I have to ask because I'm unmobile. Was his dick out under the loincloth, or was that just me? I certainly hope that's just you, or my channel's getting deleted, so. And one Gemini aside, we are back into the Gishkis. Gishki Abyss is just a shark attached to a man in some sort of unholy union. Holy shit.
What I love about Gishki Abyss is I feel like they should like violate the rule about being half fish, half guy. But the fact that the half that is fish is an entire fucking fish. It's not just like a fish tail, right? It's not just a fish
Oh,
head. Gishki Abyss has a whole fish for a head.
it's an entire shark. It's just an entire shark and an entire guy joined together at the face. Truly incredible.
I get the impression that Gishki Abyss is like one of the world's best like dancers. You feel me?
Oh, I can see it. Look at that pose.
That pose, like that is absolutely a performer's pair of pants. Looking very nimble, looking mid move. Hands empty, by the way, not holding any weapons. Like with a head like that, maybe you don't need them, but feels shockingly unthreatening.
I like what I'm seeing here. Like, it seems like a really cool dude. That's a big old kissable shark mouth. The humanoid body looking pretty good to me. And like, who knows what that shark tail do?
That's true. I feel like it's not, it's not crucial to our relationship, but I feel like things could get creative.
Absolutely, absolutely. I will say the one thing that's been distracting me about this guy is we'll notice that they aren't wearing a shirt. Is it even possible for them to wear a shirt? Like all their shirts
Button
they can
downs
wear
only.
button downs only. But even
They have to
then,
like cut out like a scoop neck, but in the back.
yeah, they need to cut out like a scoop neck. They have to cut out slits for these like tummy fins.
The world's most fucked up tube top.
Oh my fucking god. No, I like this guy, honestly.
Yeah,
They
me
look
too.
good. Loving these pants. This waistline, fantastic.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. I'm picking up whatever they're putting down.
Right. RJ, let me ask the eternal question. Are we a woogan?
I'm a Woogan.
Listen, I'm a woogan a little. This year Abyss is worthy of an awoog or two.
I agree.
Oh my god. I legitimately don't remember a lot of the rest of the Gishkis. Let's see if any of the rest of them can match up. I don't know
Uh-oh.
if Shane is going to, though.
Nope, that's an easy wouldn't for me. Again, doesn't give me gross fight or flight responses. Like maybe if this guy's got a good personality, like maybe I would go there with them, but like definitely not my first thought with them.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. They almost have like a Triceratops face, which is just a very strange thing to have on what otherwise seems to be a sea creature. And also, it may just be the angle the artists draw from, but those limbs look so fucking long. Like, they're just spindly, faces all off. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh my god, I don't even know if I have more to talk about with this guy. I just like immediate, just no. I would not. No, thank you.
I feel you.
All right. I'm thinking just wouldn't. You know.
I agree. We, by the way, are not following our rule that there has to be at least two guys between the Arm Sea Hunter and Armanite.
Oh shit, I forgot about
That
that.
being
Thank
said,
you for
these might not
reminding
be
me.
the guys for it. Maybe we should at least
Hmm.
uh put Gishki chain
Hmm.
above him.
Yeah, yeah. Here, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this.
Yeah,
For a
yeah, yeah.
moment.
I'm with that. Yeah.
This pose screams women don't like me because I quote Jordan Peterson. You know, a little bit, Leviathan, just a little bit. Oh,
Gishki, I have never
shit.
seen this card in my
Yeah,
life.
this is one of the new Gishki Legacy support in the next set, Gishki Grim. Listen,
A
I'm
new
gonna tell
guy
you
involved.
right now, I think this guy can fucking get it.
I agree. This guy is in the like he's got the same pants as Abyss, right? So they're in a crew together. So they're probably pretty cool.
Oh yeah, like, I love what they've got going on, right? Like, the meld between an entire guy and an entire fish is even smoother than it was for Abyss. You know, the pants are good, the, like, semi-vest thing they've got going on, great. They have a cool staff. Yeah, I will say, June, that is the issue. That little spear in the mouth is gonna make some things difficult. I
But you
think
can
for
work
them,
around it. And
yeah.
I would.
Oh yeah, for them, 100%.
I also like that I'm getting the vibes from this person that they're in the same dance crew as Gishki Abyss and they like, they're tough people. They're tough guys. They work out a lot. This guy also looks like he DMs a killer campaign.
Oh my god, this is actually so true. Like, you know, they're rolling up with the cool ass staff to, like, roleplay, the evil necromancer the party has to defeat.
Hell yeah,
Oh
this person
man.
isn't afraid to be a little bit nerdy.
Dude, listen, I gotta tell you, if Gishki Abyss wasn't a Wooga, I gotta be a Woogan again.
I gotta agree.
Oh my lord, dude. Let me tell ya, some of these Gishkis, they get ya. They really get ya. We've already judged you, Sologo. We aren't upgrading your ranking. I'm sorry. All right. So Gishki Bonko.
Damn, also in the crew it looks like. Uh, this
Hmm.
is this is the person that I feel like whose abs compel me the most, right?
It,
Doesn't have the like charm in their face the way the others two do, but like not in a way that's off-putting to me.
no, I agree. The abs are good. The pants don't have the fun waistline thing, which is a bit sad, but I can respect that. It's interesting that they have both human arms and octopus tentacles. That's very versatile. There's a lot you can do with that. That is interesting. One thing I will say, what is going on with the foot? What is this? Like,
Would you point that out to me? That's all I can think about now.
like, is there an actual humanoid foot in there and a tentacle? Or is it just a tentacle and they just wear human boots over it?
Would you do that? Oh god. Like they're pretty hot, but now that's all that I can think about.
It's definitely. Oh my god, I cannot pass what is going on there. It's like, look at this leg, like it bends like a normal human leg would.
Mhm.
There's just a tentacle at the end. I mean, listen, if you're a foot fetishist who's also into tentacle stuff, like, congratulations, we have found you the perfect partner.
Eating good.
So they have so many swords. I'm realizing this. That's
They have a
incredible.
lot of swords.
They have a
They
sword for
really
every
do.
tentacle.
I feel like I would.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's where I'm at too. I think I would, but that foot tentacle is just. I can't woog anymore.
I feel you. It has taken the awoogs out of me.
Yeah. I still would though. I want to know what those tentacles do. And I believe that brings us. Oh no, we have two more Gishkis. Okay. And the next one, Gishki mollusk. Hmm.
Now that's a face that I might have problems with. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is,
This
but
is such a
like
strange one. This is like the most normal, like, good looking human body of the Gishkis attached to a face I fucking hate.
I see that body in my dreams, but I see that face in my nightmare.
Exactly, exactly. This is almost just like an amplified version of Gemini Lancer, Like a
For
rockin'
sure.
bod, but I just cannot look at them in the eyes. I feel like this dude would eat my head off like a praying mantis. Lord whoop-de-doo, I think you've nailed it. I think you've nailed this guy's vibes. Holy moly.
There's like one potential saving grace for Gishki release or Mollusk, which is there's like a world where Mollusk is a himbo.
Ooh, that is
And
true.
if they've got like a goofy sounding voice, that might save the whole experience for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a difficult thing to judge. I'm sorry, I'm
Mm.
getting distracted again. This one is wearing a shirt. How did they get it on? Like the neckline ends right around their neck, which is nowhere near as wide as the head, which presumably is not flexible like hair.
Maybe there's just a like scallop shaped cutout on the back and they just fold it up over their head.
God, do not look at Gishki Mollusk from behind. Their entire outfit falls apart.
It's true. Uh I'll put this I would put mollusk in like a might category.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I need to talk to them first. I got a vibe check. And, like, I could maybe be convinced. And that brings us to the actual last Fishguy, who's veering pretty far into the fish end of Fishguy. Is
Oh
going
god, no,
very far into
ah,
the fish
no,
end of Fishguy.
no, no, please not. Now, okay, I gotta reveal, I have a friend who is a furry, and one of their personas uh is is an anglerfish. And so I'm a little bit more inoculated to this fish guy's face than I thought I would be. But still, it's just unsettling.
I don't think I can be here for this. Like, even chat doesn't have anything fun to say about this one. Just genuine horror. Like, I hate the face. I hate the fact that they seem to be wearing nothing but, like, some sort of collar that might also be a backpack and boots the color of their flesh.
It's just not good in any direction.
Jesus fucking, like, if we found an honorary Atlantean here, holy shit.
This might honestly be worse than an Atlantean, except that I can imagine this fish fucking among its own species.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I just want to move on and stop looking at this thing. Holy
Agreed.
moly. Well, Gishki's pretty well overall, not ending strong. Oh, but this next one's one of my favorites. Now this one, bit of a weird guy, kinda totally, but for this one, I included because of the flavor text specifically. So we have to consider this. Quote, an amphibian that sold his soul for unlimited power to avenge his late friend. This is what unlimited power looks like.
Incredible, first of all. Is the angle we're shooting for here like hot, broody anti-hero? Is that what we're trying for with that flavor text?
I guess it sounds like it. Like, yeah, hot
Like, is
brooding
this
anti.
what Batman would have been if he was afraid of turtles?
It might be. Like, because here's the thing. Looking at this guy, I don't like almost anything I'm seeing. Like, the looks, weird. The fucking monk haircut does not work at all. But knowing the backstory, knowing that this individual sold his very soul in order to avenge his friend, like, there's something going on.
For sure. I can respect the back story, and were this a movie, I would absolutely stand them. However, I
However,
don't think I don't think any of that makes up enough ground for me to get it even into the might category for me.
yeah, it's like I really want to, like, I like the backstory vibes. I appreciate that he seems to be acrobatic, you know? He could do some funky stuff with that. That's good, but the hair, the body, it just doesn't, it's just not enough. I would almost stick this guy up with Alma Knight. And, like, I like them, I'm just not trying to, touch their pee-pee.
Agreed. I respect the hustle, but that hustle won't be hustling into me anytime soon.
Jay, be honest with me. If I died, would you sell your soul and become a weird turtle creature to avenge me?
If I thought that my becoming a turtle creature could properly avenge you, I would absolutely do that.
And I truly appreciate that. Next up, Kawaki Miru jump scare.
So when I saw the little version of this thumbnail, I was like, okay, this is like uh one of the Gishkis, but like a stoner. But man, that facial expression really turns things around very quickly.
No, like this. I just hate that face. Why are they looking like at you like that? What are they thinking?
I gotta say, this is making me realize there's something to be appreciated about the fact that through all the hot anime characterification that Yukio has gone through, a lot of the fish are still just horrible.
They really are. Yu-Gi-Oh still knows how to make just like a weird fucking dude.
True. I feel like this guy pops out and gives me an ominous warning while I'm on a quest, and that's not a vibe I'm after.
I don't know. The other thing that I legitimately like, we haven't seen in other ones, you know? Like, I feel like the, like, webbed hands work a lot better on this one than they have on some others. Like, it feels more blended. I like the look of the fin hair, you know? The, like, weird leopard print pattern. I'm, like, kind of into, you know? I can dig it. I don't know. Listen, I feel like if this person smiled at me, I'd like be raising some eyebrows, you know?
I feel that. I feel like if they chilled out a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
I could go there.
Yeah, I can't see myself. I personally don't think this goes in like a wouldn't or lower for sure.
Put it in might for me.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That it's the face. And you know the face implies an attitude, and there's stuff to dig into here. And next up, we have one of the most famous fish guys in Yu-Gi-Oh! This one. You know, this guy, kind of a fish guy. Let
Oh
me show
yeah.
the image. Is this bigger? You know, there he is. Couldn't not put him on the list. It had to happen.
He is the fish guy.
He is the fish guy. Which I guess means now we are just trying to rate an actual human being. Which is like kind of weird. That's strange.
He doesn't give me the good vibes like the Gishki guys. I gotta say, like,
Honestly.
at best, he's a wood for me.
Yeah, like, the thing about Mako is like, like he's muscular. His fashion sense, I don't know. It's like very basic. It's fine. But I don't like the hair. I just don't like it. Like,
Make
why?
seems. Go ahead.
Like, how does he have a hairband that goes around his entire head, but also that much hair still in the back? You know?
Really, truly confusing. Mako Tsunami gives me the vibe that on that like meme about whether that like meme alignment chart about whether or not someone fucks, he would definitely be the person who doesn't know what sex is but fucks. You feel?
That is absolutely correct. That is completely true. Holy moly. I don't know. I'm just looking at these images, like the hair is just round. It's just a circle of spikes. I don't know. I like, I almost want to do a full wouldn't for Mako Tsunami.
I respect the principle of that.
Feel free to object if you want to, but I just like, the hair's bad, the outfit's meh, the vibes, I don't like them.
I feel that he can go above Armed Sea Lancer. I feel like he deserves at least that much respect.
Sure. I'll put him up here.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good place for him to be. I also just love the just absolute chaos positioning of us deciding that Mako Tsunami is one of the least fuckable fish guy we've encountered so far.
Mako Tsunami canonically does not look as good as Kawaki Miru Sea Panther.
True.
Incredible stuff. Thank God we're done with that. Back to some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And some
Hell
cards that
yeah.
are near and dear to your heart, Audley.
That's true. I did not expect that I would find myself rating the big mermail guys in terms of attractiveness. Like the little mermail guys are all like universally hot, but the problem with them is they definitely suffer from the half fish, half guy problem. The big ones do not. And I feel like Abyss Baleen, despite being the worst mermail of all time, has good vibes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like those like big long what are those things called in a whale's mouth? The fucking whale teeth things.
Baleen.
Yeah, that one. Um, but like long steps of baleen make them look like older, maybe like a middle-aged individual, but like in a dignified way, like there's some DILF energy going on here.
For sure. Definitely like emotionally available and would take care of you.
Oh yeah, 100%. And on top of that, they could crush you with their thighs. Holy moly.
Absolutely, and I would say yes. I do need to point out on the top face of that hammer, is there a peen doodle carved into it?
Listen. It's probably the same design on this face where it curves out. But God, it does just look like a dick. It just looks like a schlong hammer.
He can hit me with his schlong hammer all day. That's an easy wood for me.
Oh, easy wood. Easy wood. Are you a Woogan at all?
I don't think I'm a Woogan, but
No.
I'm definitely here for him.
Yeah, I would agree. A little too old to a Woog. But like if I met them like 20 years ago, oh baby.
For sure.
And folks, don't even worry, there's more mermaids where that came from. Abyss Lead is up next. Their head is so
Yeah,
small.
this is another one where the head is kind of a problem for me.
What? Yes.
So
They could wrap their hand entirely around their own head.
I am thrilled by disturbing vision right now, as their head is probably roughly both the shape and size of their dick.
Oh, God. Oh man. Let me tell you, they got two heads and they are identical. Oh, wow. I just, I don't know. The head is not good. They have just a completely flat tummy, no belly button, no like Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Guy abs, just nothing.
True.
Uh,
Definitely the most slick and stylish of the mermaids, but really not much to work with as far as like actual bodily attractiveness.
exactly. Like, they're doing a good job, accessorizing well, but like, it's just not enough to get past the head. My God. Look how fucking big the collar of their top needs to be to fit the horns. They have the tiniest head and the biggest fucking collar. They're compensating for the head.
It just makes the head look smaller. Terrible. I can't.
Oh no, we're not doing it. Uh,
Yeah, that's a good wouldn't for me. Definitely not an Atlantean, but not somewhere I would go.
I do love how wouldn't, but no other tier has ended up strictly ordered because we care about I like them, but I wouldn't fuck them.
Yes. There's a different reason for why each of the wouldn'ts is there.
Exactly. And with that, we can move on to the mermail of all mermails, Mermail Abyss Megalo themselves.
Now, I just stand this guy. Like, Abyss Megalo is one of my heroes. So I would just on principle. But
Mm-hmm.
also, like, there's nothing on Abyss Megalo that's just like an immediate turnoff. Like Sharkhead, little bit weird looking, but I could see there being like, you know, a pretty good guy behind those eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't love the weird slanted shark mouth, but like they look nice enough. The spikes on the thighs are like a little weird, but not enough to really care about. Um, they got a good tail. That is always important, for sure, for sure.
And one thing that's a little hard to see for this resolution is that they do have like smile lines on their eyes. I've drawn Abyss Megalo a couple of times, and every time I look, I'm like, ah, this is a fish that smiles a lot.
Oh yeah, you can see here. Wow.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Man, yeah, I don't know. See, I feel like I personally am definitely not a Woogan about this guy, but I know you are the expert on Abyss Megalo here.
I'd put Megalo in a wood because I have history with Megalo. You know, it's like your decently attractive childhood friend where you could like see it happening, but you're not like crushing on them your entire life.
Gotcha, gotcha. No, I like it. I like the vibes. Solid approval of Megalo. And I believe we are now down to the last of the mermaids. That, of course, being Abysstius. This one's like,
Like Abisteus is a mite. Face
yeah.
is a little weird and doesn't have like the nice vibes that Megalo does, but like that doesn't mean that they're like not a good guy. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I'd say this is a mite for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love the face. I feel like they're kind of just the other mermaids, but less interesting. And they also look really short. Like, this dude, the fucking manlet. The manlet of the mermaids.
Like half the size of the rest of them.
Just a little dude. But, like, listen, we always support a short king. But, like, I don't know that
True.
this guy's a king.
It's a good point.
Hmm.
We're all sluts for so. What?
June, thank you for the gift sub, the spicy tomato sauce. And today, for the first time, we are not sluts for Sophie, but we are sluts for something, that's for sure.
That's true.
And I do like what Zoe has to say about this guy, which is, on one hand, no teeth. On the other hand, no teeth.
You got me there. I think this is a,
Um,
a solid mite for me. I don't know about you.
yeah, it's borderline wouldn't, but I don't know. I could maybe be convinced with the right argument. You know, if I was like not so intoxicated that I didn't know what I was doing, but like intoxicated enough that I was willing to like try some shit, you know.
For sure.
And next up we
Oh,
have,
this is a guy that can fuck.
oh yeah, oh yeah, we got Aqua Dolphin.
Oh yeah, look at it. This like definitely ignoring the term fish guy for a second. Aqua Dolphin, he's got a good attitude. Look at that pose. He's a go-getter. He's got a good smile. Aqua Dolphin is an easy yes.
Oh yeah, Aqua Dolphin, fantastic attitude, looks incredibly smooth. Like you know, this guy feels great to cuddle with.
For
Like
sure.
canonically came from space. That's extremely cool. You
Yeah.
know, probably makes some wild ass clicking sounds when you're going down on him. Like, it's all good. Holy moly.
Better have your emergency calls ready because you're gonna hear some E's.
Oh, fucking God. I'm fucking a Woogan.
I'm also a
I
Woogan.
am a Woogan out of my mind here.
He's like the good boy part of the spectrum. on the opposite side of the like bad boy side that the Gishkis are.
Exactly, exactly. There's gotta be a variety of sexy fish.
For sure.
Yeah. I will say also, I do appreciate Aqua Dolphin because he helped me kind of conceptualize the limit between like too much guy and just like the right limit of guy. Because Aqua Neos is a fish, or Aqua Dolphin is a fish guy, but the fusion Aqua Neos is too much guy. Neos ruins him.
Agreed. Agreed for sure. Much as I feel like anyone could benefit from the inclusion of Neos's luscious cheeks, what is going on here?
Man,
That
this
is
this might be too much fish. And I was like, oh, it's got a spear, so presumably it's like sentient because it knows how to use a spear. But wow, there's not much guy here.
like this follows the Harkness rule of consent, I'm sure. Like that this fish looks like they know what's going on, but not in any sense compatible with me.
No, no. Like there's three bulbous eyes, a like enormous throat pouch slash stomach slash whatever it is. The fact that its hands are just shitty little tendrils coming off of its fins.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
weird.
lord.
Nope, this is a nope from me, possibly bordering on ew.
Oh, I wasn't even considering putting this above you. Holy moly.
Fair enough.
And I'm sure there's like exactly one furry out there in the world who's looking at this card and just going crazy. But you know what? They can have them all to themselves. For sure.
True.
As Sarah said earlier, do not pity fuck fish. Very true.
A solid rule for life.
Solid rule for life. Oh, I don't even remember this guy. Who's this? Oh my fucking god, it's Octobusa.
Octoburser.
With the head of a fish and the legs of an octopus, this strange creature attacks enemies by flinging spears. Don't be its enemy, I guess.
I feel like this is just a Gishki marker without the good things.
It really is. This is just dollar store gishki.
I will say, uh Octoburser has a little bit of like mysterious and alluring going on. Oh, also, what the hell is with the lighting on their spear? Is that just an actual spear photoshopped into the picture?
Wait, is it? I didn't think it was. It looks
Like it definitely
drawn.
it's a suspiciously shiny, like there are no shadows on it, right?
That's
Like
true.
anyway,
It's very strange.
it's a little weird. I would put this just a step below marker, wherever marker is.
Let me go take a look. It's interesting. They don't look as good at the gishkis, but I do like this facial expression. There's something
I do.
cloying about it, you know?
There really is something that the mystery allure to it just really is there.
Like, you know that, like, you've been asking them some questions they're not really answering. They're, like, guarding some kind of treasure, and you're like, listen, what do I have to do to get past? And they just give you this look and just go, well, why don't you come over here and find out? You know?
They're like, okay, so this is I feel that. There's also like the angle for Octoburser that they're like in the movies, that guy at the club who you don't really get, but for whatever reason is just surrounded by women,
That is
right?
true. That is absolutely true. Hmm. I don't know. So we put Gishki Marker in wood. Does Octobusa deserve the same consideration? I'm warming up the more we talk about them, I gotta say.
I'll agree to it. I think I would.
I absolutely would. There's so much going on here, and I want to find out what it is.
Agreed.
Now, we're getting pretty close to the end. Wow.
We are.
Powering through these fish guys. And of course, the mollusk guys, like Oystermeister.
I didn't think that Oystermeister had a particularly detailed face until you pulled up this picture like exactly, and I am immediately turned off by Oystermeister's face.
I agree. It's like, it's weird in that normally a human-ish face is kind of good, but the rest of this doesn't look human enough. The face is wrong.
Yeah, it's just not supposed to be there.
It really isn't. I just, icky.
This person is into like martial arts or like self-defense classes and stuff like that in a way where you're like a little suspicious they don't have another hobby.
That
You
seems
feel like
true.
that's their entire life. I think this is a wouldn't for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I hadn't looked at it that closely before, but like, if it wasn't for the face, I might have been into it, but it just doesn't work. Not at all. They also have like elf ears. No, it's not working.
It's a little weird. Yeah, this is like the opposite problem that we ran into at the beginning of this, where like these are individual parts that I feel like could make up an attractive fish person, but when put together just don't.
Exactly. Like, I'm down for cool armored carapace. I'm down for funky seaweed hair, but it just does not come together. R.I.P. Oystermeister. Next up, a late addition that you pointed out to me I'd forgotten to put in here. It's Sea Lancer.
A quintessential fish guy that for whatever reason, what is his facial expression? I
Dude, I'm staring at this face. I am contemplating this face with every fiber of my being.
whatever Sea Lancer is about to stab, he is giving it the mad stink eye. Uh
It's so weird. It's like a feline face too. Like that's like a
yeah.
Tony the Tiger ass face. That's giving you the biggest shit eating smirk. About to stab your fucking ass.
Honestly, the comparison to Tony the Tiger does Sea Lancer favors, I think. And I dig their flair for the dramatic. I think I would.
Listen, I'm kind of into it, right? Like, I don't think I would ever want to date them, you know? But like I would like meet them one night, you know? Some wild shit happens and then we never see each other again. That sounds great.
I agree. I will definitely I would put Sea Lancer in the wood category.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would let that guy lance my sea for sure.
You just dropped him and wouldn't.
Oh, did I? Oh shit, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Sea Lancer. Oh no, the disrespect. That is a good point, chat. He does kind of have yowie hands. But you know, that's fine. Oh, now here's a guy. A merman warrior that relentlessly attacks those who pollute the seas with their presence.
Okay.
Oh wow, like
I don't
an environmental terrorist. Let's go.
I was thinking that at first. But then he said with his presence,
Who pollute the sea with their presence.
with their presence, is
Oh, wait
Sentinel
a
of the
minute.
Seas a racist?
Is he incredible? Oh my god, wait. Okay, so this guy is either like a based environmental activist or just like a horrific, murderous racist. The distinction between those two matters a lot here.
It does. This is literally hinging the two opposite categories from each other. Like this whether this guy is a racist or an eco-terrorist literally makes the difference between him being an awooga and him being an ew.
Hold the fuck up. There's only one way to decide this. Chat, I am going to run a poll. I think we need your help on this one. Because I don't know about you, RJ, but I have no idea. Let me get this poll up. Manage poll. New poll. Question. What's this guy's name? Sentinel of the Seas. Sentinel of the Seas. Okay, response 1. Based environmental activist. What to say, environmentalist? That's too long. And 2. Racist. Alright, chat, let me know what you think.
How we talked about this for an hour and a half straight.
I'm surprised it's only been an hour and a half, honestly. Like, I'm expecting to be uploading a 2 or 3 hour video of this. And that's all it's gonna be. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, do we want to even talk about what Sentinel of the Seas looks like? Or are we just figuring it all just depends on this vote?
So he's got like a nice amount of muscle, right? The bumpiness is weird, but we can work with it. And he's got a face that has character, right? Like that's like an expression that could be like a little bit of a sardonic guy. You know, it could be he's nice but got a little bit of resting bitch face. But that doesn't matter because chat has actually decided
Oh, wow.
with 32 people
Now, wait a minute. We need to consider, because in order to say they're an environmentalist, it looks like Leviah Thulu spent a ton of channel points to vote a bunch of times. So we have to consider the possibility that this is a corporation, you know, trying to protect their boy. But also, I trust chat, you
mm,
know? We trust
mm,
chat.
that's a good question. Is this actually a like billionaire backed eco environmentalist who's secretly
Hmm.
trying to look cool?
I don't know about you, but I think I'm inclined to go with chat on this one. You know, I
Okay,
trust them. I think this person looks trustworthy enough.
I agree. I will. You know, it's always important to assume good intent until you have reason to believe otherwise.
Exactly, exactly. I think in that case, they might honestly get some Awoogan on the
I
basis of
agree.
looking pretty good and fighting for a good cause.
We stand eco terrorists in this house.
All right. Time to go from an eco-terrorist to just a regular dude, just a regular man, just a
You're
regular
about
old
to say just a
spearfish
regular
soldier.
terrorist.
Listen, I was thinking about it, and then I was like, I probably shouldn't say that right off the bat, should I?
So my initial thought here is that spearfish soldier is a wood.
Mm-hmm.
Generally pretty hot. Got a good face.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why are their abs so pointy?
That is a really good question. They like jut out. There's like a noticeable extrusion here. Are they like
Like,
ridged?
yeah, like chiseled abs I can work with. Ridged abs? I'm not sure I could.
I don't know. It's like, I don't love the ridges. I don't hate them. I do have to ask, is this like wavy stuff back here? Is this just like effects in the water? Or is that like ethereal whitish hair? Because if that's hair, that, you know, is points. For sure.
I also kind of get the impression that they're like a gay theater kid. Like if you look at the makeup, the style, the pose, like this person likes playing the villain in things, but like the villain that you want to root for because they're hot.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I really like that assessment. I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of things here, and I am not finding many that I don't like. Holy moly.
Yeah, we can work with the abs. We'll figure it out. I'm definitely at least a wood on this guy.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't hold in the awoogs. Like,
All right, we a woogan.
they would be a wood, but the hair pushes it up. Just
Really
so
does the trick.
flowing. Now for a guy who I don't think we're gonna awoog. Spined Gimman. An individual who has just never done leg day.
Guy looks like he couldn't get into the Atlantean attack squad because he just gets drunk and belligerent every night on the worst light beer you've ever tasted in your life.
Like, this guy is a cop. Like, for sure.
Yes, he's definitely a cop. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this guy's a cop.
This guy's tried to arrest Sentinel of the Seas like 7 times.
It's true. This guy would uphold like an anti-sodomy law.
Oh, God. I can't argue with you, though. They really would. I hate them. Holy shit.
I don't like this person at all.
Oh, and it's like, they're kind of muscular, which is good, but it's not even good muscular. They're so top heavy. They're gonna topple over at a moment's notice.
Get him out of here.
God.
Ew, all the way.
Like, this is why Sentinel of the Sea hasn't been caught. They just, like, kick this guy over and he just falls. Has to call in a deputy to help him get up. Fucking hell.
Yep.
Alright, so this one is pretty guy heavy. But also, what a guy.
Supreme Sea Mare is like the most awooga of the awoogas. Look at the luscious hair, phenomenal body, great style, perfect aesthetic. Looks like a good and caring person, but also like they would fuck somebody up to defend your honor. Like I, I am awoogaing on sight.
Honestly, and I was looking through cards to put in here, and let me tell you, I saw this one, and I just knew, alright, that's going in a Wooga, there is no question. Like, oh my fucking god, the face, the hair, the, like, tasteful bits of crystal adding sparkle. We got a cool fishtail, we got webbed hands that actually walk. Jesus fucking Christ, dude, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
I would.
If we needed a Yu-Gi-Oh mascot for fuckable fish guys, this would be the one.
Honestly, like, listen, chat. Listen, if any of you in the chat are artists, the amount of money I would pay for art of this guy and Prince Sidon. Someone get on that shit.
Somebody called
Holy
Chelsea.
fuck. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to move on to the next guy, but I just want to look at this for just a second longer. I can't move on quite yet. Okay, okay. Goodbye, Supreme Sea Mare. Supreme in the sea and in my heart. And now the Furious Sea King. Grand King of the Seven Seas. He's able to summon massive tidal waves to drown the enemy.
Damn.
So, like, is this guy the leader of the Atlanteans? Are they his army?
Wait, this dude's Neptubus's dad?
I mean, he is
Hmm.
canonically king of the sea.
Hmm.
It's weird in that we know that he's a king, which is a big deal. But other than
Mhm.
that, it's just like a very regular, muscular-ass Yu-Gi-Oh! Fish guy.
That's true. I'm a little bit concerned about how his cape is attached to him.
I was thinking about it too.
Is it just nailed to him?
Did he just jam some kind of spike into his flesh to put his cape on? Is it just like suction cups under there? What is going on?
Don't know. I won't lie, the, like, weird, like, warmongering power thing is almost sexy in this one.
Hmm.
Like, you know, you would fuck this guy for power,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but like, would definitely make the, like, murderous power couple, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good vibe. No, I could see that, or, I could see, like, he's conquered my, like, sea village or whatever, and it's
Mhm.
sometime later, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna garner favor. I'm gonna make sure that we're important in this empire, so you're gonna, like, get down and
Mm.
dirty with the king.
I can see it for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
I would.
Yeah, I think I would too. And I mean, then, eventually I would either, I'm sure, guillotine him, as should happen to a monarch, or be guillotined at his side as his evil queen. But, like, I'm fine with
Yeah.
either.
I would absolutely hate fuck this guy, and if I were an evil fish person, would be like evil monarchs together.
Hell yeah. Nearing the end here, and we have our second Xyz monster, Tri-Edge Levia. Not super
S-
fishy, but kind of fishy.
So this is just Bahamut Shark at home, right?
Yeah, you have a hermit shark at home. Hermit shark, if the hermit shark wasn't like interesting enough, it even has the cod piece. Look at
That's
that.
true. This person is like a weird Bahamut Shark cosplayer.
Honestly, like, it's weird, and then I'm really digging the outfit, but I feel like you could put almost anyone else on this list in that outfit and they'd wear it better.
I agree. I think this is a wouldn't.
Yeah, they're not an ew. They're like fine.
Yeah,
I'm not interested, I'm just not interested.
for sure.
All right, only 3 guys left. Was so close. And one of them is, of course, Umino Taurus.
It's just a sea slug. It's a sea slug with abs.
Listen, we gotta ask the question here. Is the slug thing like a hood/cape, or do they just look like that?
I just assume they look like it.
I agree, I think so too. It's a tiny little dude who is a slug. I, I there's some kind of charm to them, though. You
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. They may be a nudie bronc, but they aren't getting nudie with my bronc.
Oh man, I really love the vibes here. Oh, I love the vibes. But would I
Well,
have
except your
sex with
override.
them? And that's an important question.
I
Mm,
feel like they would want to make out with you, but then it would just be like the edges of their face like wiggling against yours, and I feel like that would get weird.
oh, no, yeah, I can't do it. Oh man, I almost wanna, if you would agree, of course, put them in the upper wouldn't category, because I
I
love the
agree.
vibes. But I can't tap that. I'm sorry. And then our second to last, warrior of Atlantis.
I was going to say that Warrior of Atlantis is like a classic hot fish guy, but the lack of face is really off-putting to me. The fact that instead of like a bottom of their face, they just have a bunch of like neck wrinkles.
Oh God, it's just so wrinkly. Mmm.
Not doing it for me.
Yeah, the face is weird. I feel like I don't love the like stomach lines on this guy. Like it works on the whale guys, but I feel like on this one it just makes it look like a fucking shitty sweater is just part of their being.
Agreed.
Hmm. It's not good. So why are they wearing boots? Is it,
That's
like how much
a
of this
good
is
question.
clothing? Is it just the boots and the thigh rings? Because if so, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Maybe they're wearing the like world's skimpiest baby doll, and that's what all the pink is.
Maybe, but like it doesn't look like it.
No, I
That's
don't know. I'd put this in like a might.
I guess. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's close enough. I guess it's not a wouldn't, but I do not like this guy. And RJ, I am so happy to tell you, we have finally made it to the final fish guy. And we are ending on a banger here, folks. It is time for Wow Warrior. That really is a fish with arms, legs, and some very sharp teeth. Wow.
Wow. Really stretching the fish guy idea to its limits.
Listen, again, this is the fishiest end of fish guy, but
I feel like
I just had to.
this is less fish guy and more like fish hedgehog, fish
God,
armadillo.
it's a fucking fish Sonic the Hedgehog OC.
That's exactly what it
Horrifying, truly.
is.
I don't even know how to rank this guy.
It's definitely a. I don't think it's ugly.
Oh,
Like, it's
it's
got a
like,
like animalian charm to it. Like
it
I'd
does.
enjoy seeing this guy out in the wild, but I definitely would not touch him.
Alright, listen, I'm just, hold up a minute. We're gonna just cheat a little real quick. I think this guy deserves, I think this guy deserves some special treatment.
Oh,
Where'd it
wow,
go? Why
indeed.
didn't it show up? Damn it, Tearmaker, you're ruining the
We're being
timing of my
silenced
bit.
by tear.
I can't fucking believe this. It's literally not working. I literally can't do this. It was gonna be so fucking funny and I'm getting owned. Come on.
uh,
Come on.
the chat says that you could add it with the cogs.
Oh, with the cogs.
Yeah,
Oh, over
on the
here.
normal view. Yeah, to the right.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, that works much better.
Wow.
Wow. Holy
I'm
shit,
really
RJ.
impressed that after all of this, we came out with perfectly even
Oh my
rankings.
god, we actually did. It's incredible. Honestly, I'm really happy with all of these rankings. Like, this is the perfect fish guy tier list.
This is the perfect tier list, period, I think.
Honestly.
Uh, I think we've truly come to some insights, not just about the fuckability of fish guys, but also about the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the human condition, and also the fish guy condition. I'm also just eternally tickled by how many fish guys we are more likely to fuck than Mako Tsunami.
It's so many. We looked at a man. We looked at a guy with an octopus for a head, and we're like, damn, he beats Nemeko's ass. That shit's not even
So,
close.
it's true. I would have sex with Kishki Marker and would not with Mako Tsunami.
Oh.
How did Bahamut Shark, an actual shark sea creature, like I don't regret that choice. It's
No.
a true and correct choice.
Oh my god, it is looking rough for our boy. Holy moly.
Make a tsunami truly a D tier fish guy.
Alright, anything else to say, or should I do my YouTube outro?
I don't think there's anything more to be said about this.
Truly, there is not. Thank you to everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like and subscribe right now, I promise to never do this shit again. See you later.